Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Baba Is You. So, I went and I did a little bit of research, a little bit of very discouraging research, if I'm being honest. According to the thing that I saw online while trying not to, actually see anything that would be a spoiler, although I think at this point we know pretty much everything except the puzzle solutions, or at least I used to think that. Apparently, 100% solutions is 226 happy little dandelion puffs, which doesn't sound to me like... It sounds to me like we might be missing a whole map, right? 226 is like... Oh, hold on, we're gonna back it up. We're gonna go all the way up to the top level here, and we're gonna see if it looks like we are anywhere near, because that's like 60 puzzles almost that we would be missing, and I have a hard time believing that there are 60 unsolved puzzles in just the areas that we've seen so far. So here we have 6 that we can tell. There might be more stuff branching off of these as we complete them. And like this is one of the areas that we've got the lowest clearance on, right? There's like 6 there, there's 2 here, and again, maybe more, but okay, so we're looking at like 8. Listen, math is also puzzle solving, alright? You signed up for the puzzle solving, we're solving a puzzle. Okay, so this is like another 6 that we're showing, and I would be surprised if there wasn't some stuff off of here. Maybe I have more puzzles unsolved in these areas than I thought, I'm starting to think. So what, we're at like 14, this is another 8 right here. Oh, never mind, maybe 60 puzzles is totally a number that is contained in the area that we've not, because we're almost at half of it already, and we know there are a bunch of puzzles. Okay, maybe there's not another entire map. Only missing 2 here, unless there are any extras, and there probably are some, right? And then if we, let's get you over here. There we go, that'll get me on the Baba. Now you're on the Baba, as people are always saying. And then, like, yeah, we still have a bunch of the levels that are inside the objects. I do appreciate that it highlights an object with pink if you have done the level that was inside of it. And there's no way to make the key into a level, right? But we do have both of these Babas and the rock, at the very least. Is the door... No, the door's not going to be levelable. Yeah, because the door rules are enclosed. Okay, alright. It's not so bad, it could be worse. But before we go and do any of that stuff, I want to see if we can figure out how to get to these levels up here. Because this is stuff that we've legitimately not even looked at yet. So I was looking at this and thinking, here's my thought. I'm pretty sure that this level could be turned into something else. We need to go down there. And I had written that off. Like, obviously, it's completely enclosed in these walls. It's useless. But what we need to push the phrase Baba Is You up here is 3 Babas, right? It's not too hard to get 2 Babas and a ghost together up here. We have to spend these 2 flags opening these 2 doors. This flag opening that door. And then we have to burn 2 of our controllables to sink the water out. And that allows us to run any object from one side of the puzzle to the other. The downside there is that the controllables that we lose to the water can't be the ghost that we make out of the cursor, because then there's no way for us to get the cursor back. We can't make Baba Is Cursor, because the Baba would ideally be up here, right? But also there's no way to push a word up into this area. Once we get into this line, it's stuck there. Or it can never go any higher, at least. So sacrificing 2 of these Babas to burn the water means we only have 3 controllables, which doesn't give us a way to actually do this thing, because they're not 3 of the same controllable. And even if we did somehow do Ghost as Baba, we would then have no way to get the cursor over to here, because the only objects we would have left are Babas, and if you do Baba Is Cursor, then you have nothing left to carry your cursor around, right? So here's what I'm thinking instead, and we're gonna see if this turns out to be viable. I believe it was the case that level 13 down there could have been turned into something else, And I wrote that off at the time because it's just stuck inside the little walled-in area, right? But we might be able to turn whatever that thing is into cursor. Ride it out, and then turn cursor back into object, right? It'll be weird because we'll have two cursors for a little while, but I think it's manageable. Yeah, okay. So yes, this can be flag. We can make flag happen. Is this the intended way of getting to those extras? Honestly, I think it could be. I think it could be. There's some wild stuff going on in this meta world, and frankly, this isn't nearly as complicated as some of the other stuff that we have done that has turned out to be an actual solution, so... so we need... I guess the smarter way to do this... Because this could work, but it'll be tedious. The smarter way to do this is probably, like, to do a quick text has flag... dispose of one of these is to get an extra... Right, that flag's not push right now. And then this way, we can just do flag is push off of either of those flags, and it's very, very straightforward from there. And in fact, it pleases me to do it this way, although we're going to have to be careful about what column we're pushing here. There we go. Level is flag. Okay. So, we already know that we can do flag as cursor, but it requires us to do this whole thing first, right? Like, we have to open both the doors and sacrifice both the babas. Yeah. We're gonna try it. I did not, multiple bodies. That's fine. We were going to do that either way. So I'm going to push up the bottom flag first. So you have to be a little bit careful because some of these flags can be pushed into corners, right? Like, I definitely don't want to do the thing I'm about to do here. Let's desync these a little bit. There we are. And then we'll do the other flag push before we do anything else, because otherwise I'm going to lose everything here. Okay. Alright. So now when we do cursor is... No, we have to do flag is cursor. Do we need to turn the other cursor? Hold on, I don't actually want to have two cursors though, right? We want to do like cursor is ghost, which means I screwed up and pushed the word ghost into the corner. But if we did cursor is ghost right now and we let this cursor, or we moved that ghost in to clear this out, then we have this flag that we can take our three babas, push up baba as you, turn this flag into a cursor, move it along this line, and then do no, don't do anything. That's fine. That's actually what we need. It's just flag as cursor. Okay, so I have to restart because I screwed up with the word ghost. You gotta be so careful. You gotta be so careful when you have this huge number of terrifying baba bodies. Terrifying babadies. Alright, now we're pushing the middle flag out. Now we're pushing the right flag out. Now we're retrieving the word ghost, and I think at this point there's no way to screw up the puzzle anymore, right? Or rather, it's easier to do the right thing. So cursor is ghost right here, and now we have to do this in such a way that the ghost is one of the movables that we sacrifice. So let's just make that happen. Oh, wait, hold on. We really don't want the babas to be in the same space, though. Alright, and then middle baba goes and clears out the other space, and check it out! That's three babas. Okay, now I have to get these three babas into a little line so we can push this phrase up carefully. I'm pretty pleased that this looks like it's going to work, though. It's the best way of... Well, I guess nothing really matters until we get the left baba over into the same area as the others. Okay. How am I actually going to do this? If we... Oh no. I'm starting to wonder if this is actually possible now. Alright, it's... You guys get up like this. Right, the biggest problem is that I have to avoid ever making the babas be right on top of it. That's unacceptable. You can't have... Ugh. Yeah, we can't have words in the way. You know what? Actually, we don't need these words anymore. It might be best we just get them out of the way now. And that can be there. That's fine. Up, right. So yeah, get that out of the way. Hey! Alright. Okay. So now, it doesn't even matter if the Babas are separate anymore. Now we could collapse ourselves down to one controllable and it would be fine. We just gotta go make flag as cursor. And actually, I'm gonna collapse this down to one controllable on purpose, or rather all three of our controllables in one space, because I'm freaking out over here. Alright. Pretty sure this works. I think we learned that this works. If we make the cursor a thing right next to a level, yeah, we could just step onto the level. And in fact, doing that by pressing left meant that we... Oh, weird, the cursor can be a controllable, or the cursor can be a level that is solved. Have we tried turning the cursor into a level? There might be a level in the cursor. In the normal cursor. Well, no, but we can't do that because the word level is in the wrong place, right? We'd have to be able to do cursor is level down or to the right. I'm still not 100% sure why there's water here either. I wonder, is it possible for us to end up with a has on this screen? Because if it was, it would theoretically be possible for us to set up level as push and then push a level into the water if we got like has and text, and that way produce the word level in a different spot. Whatever. Okay, oh no, it's fine for there to be a cursor there. Now we just gotta go... Well, actually, we can't pick up a cursor in that position, though, can we? There must be a way. I don't know. Actually, it doesn't look like there is. That's fine. Cursor is ghost. We'll move the ghost out a little bit, and then we'll make it a cursor somewhere that's a little bit more useful. Okay, so up, 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 left, left, up. Ha ha. Ghost is no longer you. Wait, that's an issue. Because we need a way to pick the cursor up, right? You know what would be really helpful? If our controllables weren't all collapsed into a single space here. Alright, alright. There was a point. We'll back it up. We'll make it work. Boy, it's a lot of backup. Okay. Nope. We're gonna keep some stuff over here for the purposes of picking up the cursor. It feels bad. Oh, I do need the word flag. Oops. And I also really shouldn't push those words all the way over there. Probably a lot of you are like, well, why doesn't he just do a good job of controlling the multiple bodies? Why is this so hard for him? And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't have a good answer. I don't know why this is like a skill that's tricky for me, but it definitely is. Okay, you guys... What I really want is to... There we go. Trap some of these other bodies into different rooms. Okay, so now we do flag as cursor. And again, finishing it by pressing left moves it onto the level immediately. And then we do cursor is ghost. We're gonna do this. There we go. Okay. Now we move a Baba over there. We complete ghost is cursor in such a way that it ends with one of our Babas on top of the ghost, and then we just walk the cursor out of there, right? So, how do we... Oh, here, this'll work. Press up. It's a little tricky. I need to desync the height of this Baba and that Baba, which is a little awkward. Here, how about this? There we go. And then their right and leftedness as well is a problem. Well, it's not really a problem, right? Because I can just... Oh, no, yeah, I have to not press right anymore after... Actually, no. Because the cursor moves after our bodies move, which is a thing we discovered before, we actually want to complete Ghost is Cursor by pressing down, because otherwise the cursor will immediately move off of the Baba. Yeah, so we have to align this in a different way. And then we got to get you in a position to do this thing. Okay, so all the way to the right here. You wait there. This should work. And it's okay for us to press the word flag against the wall there. We don't need it anymore. Aha, aha. How many minutes did I just spend on that? This bonus level better be worth it. It's not gonna be worth it. It's gonna be impossible. I'm never gonna figure it out. Okay. Level is down. So if level is down just means that the bottom of the level is at the bottom of the level, right? Why is this, like, what does this bunch of words do? Belt is shift, level is level, to prevent us from doing redefine shenanigans? Or wait, does level is level on this screen prevent that? Oh, maybe. Okay. Rock and cloud is stop. Skull is defeat. Even if flag was win, we can't touch it, because cloud is stop. Boy, this one doesn't look like a thing you can do. How are you supposed to... If we break belt is shift and then walk over here and push this so rock is empty, it gets rid of the rock in flag is win. But is that helpful? Does that do anything of value for me at all? It lets me make level is shift. I was about to make level is belt, like that's a useful thing to do. I mean, I guess one thing that's useful about level is belt is that it does let you go through this level, but there's nowhere to go through this level on the world map, right? Because the things beyond it are still not even open, so... We break belt is shift, we do rock is empty, and then we go level is shift, and we just see what happens, because I don't really know what's going to happen. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Oh no, the whole level... Right, level is down, because that's what makes the shift tricky. Neat. That's actually super cool. Okay, so... What we want to do then is put some words in some places where they will form barriers. Right, if I were to put, say, belt and is over here, then it would keep these tiles higher. Nope, not there. There we go. Right? And these tiles being one space higher is all we would need to be able to win, I think? Oh, right, skull. Don't do what skull does. Well, what if, instead of the boneheaded thing I just did, I did... Okay, I have a thought. We could we could use one of the words to ram the other word through that skull to form a floor above it. Although, this is going to make the word unretrievable. Is this just going to make me unable to walk onto that is? I think it's going to cause a little bit of a mountain in front of us. No, it's cool. That works. It gave us just enough extra height. Okay. Oh, and easy access to the main room of the puzzle. Thank you. Triplets. That's a neat puzzle. There's a neat level is down, level is shift. That's neat. Uh-oh, we have the word. This could be very powerful. So we got a rock. The rock is pull. They started us with important object is pull, and we have 3 bodies. It's like the puzzle that is designed to be my kryptonite. Skull is defeat. What a big surprise. We have a float over here. Ice has flag. Ice is melt. Ice is float. Something could become hot. So we can do Baba is word and then move a Baba over here so that Baba is float, and then make Baba, if Baba is word and Baba is you and Baba is hot, which can happen. So we can build Baba is you, Baba is word off of this. Baba is hot off of one of the Babas, and Baba is float off the other Baba. Then that's doable. Trying to figure out how we make this actually work, though. We could. I mean, the skull's just defeat, right? We can just push words over those skulls. We have, like, oh, no, that's not what I want. We do have 3 babas here, so what if we just did, like, one of these? Let me, this is a little awkward, but I'm gonna try to just push the phrase Baba is you up there and park the is you on top of those skulls, and then Baba is you and float all of the time forever. Do not collapse your babas. It's important medical advice. Don't do it. And then that theoretically makes it easier for us to have Baba is hot and Baba is word over here. This does not use the rock, and that makes me think that it's not a viable solution. But, like, I'm float and the skulls are not float, so we can just pass over these skulls, right? Oh, no, sorry, I'm being very silly. Baba is word doesn't work unless the word Baba is word. You can't have symbol is word before you have, yeah. Hey, that's why that doesn't work. Okay, that being the case, we do at least get to move the phrase Baba is you up to somewhere where we don't have to lose words to it permanently. This is a little awkward. Here we go. This is what I want. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that thing. Okay, so we can put this up here, and I feel a lot more, I feel secure with it not there, right? Not in the corner. Okay, so now we can do Baba is word. We could use the rock. What do we use the rock for? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, Baba is word. We could use the rock. Is there a way for us to get the rock over here? The rock is always pull and can never be push. So no. But we can't do is hot up there because the word hot obviously is on the bottom of the puzzle, specifically so that you can't get away with that nonsense. I'm not sure what you're supposed to use the rock for. I mean, it does sorta seem like the puzzle's doable in form. Don't do that. Don't collapse your babas. Right, it's sort of like the puzzle's doable in form right now. It's just about, like, correctly and safely separating your babas. Is there a reason that that's not the case? Is there a reason that we couldn't figure out a way to position these things? I don't know, let's try it. So... okay, I do see one problem already. Making Baba is float is going to be a little awkward. Right, because I need to be able to press to the right while Baba is float 5 times, and pressing to the right 1 time while Baba is float seems like a devastatingly bad plan. It'd be a lot easier if we could afford to put 2 objects over the skulls, or even if there was a way to just get the rock over the skull without dying in the attempt. That would work, because then we could press against it all we want, because it has collision but isn't push. I have a question. Can we cheat this? What if I cheated? Okay. No, alright. I was hoping that pressing right like this would make it so like there was no cycle where Baba wasn't word. Right at the beginning of the cycle, Baba is word, and then at the end you have the thing that is word in front of is word. But no timing nonsense there. You cannot cheat the rules in this specific way. Obviously, it's Baba is you. It is all about cheating rules. Well... so what's the rock for? We could use the rock to set up some weird garbage, just like a block that we can't press past, wherever we feel like it. But is that a thing that's actually useful to do? I mean, I'm right in thinking that we would not be able to pull... Yeah, you can't actually pull the rock into this position even by sacrificing a Baba. If you could, that would be worthwhile. You don't actually need Baba to be float and hot at the same time, right? So sacrificing one of them would be okay. Oh no, you totally do. The ice is floating, right? Float is not just for getting past here. Okay, so you do need all three of your Babas alive the whole time, probably. We have a spare word that we could throw in here, but we would need two objects that we could push on top of the skulls to prevent that from happening. The murder of me from happening. That's the that in that sentence. It's an interesting one. A lot of the puzzles in this world have been really cool. So is there any element of the puzzle that we don't see at least some meaning for? No, it looks like we've kind of got an idea of what all the parts are for except the rock. The rock is not word. The rock cannot be word. So we can't use this rock to create any definition. Now that Baba is you, we can make Baba... Or now that Baba is word, we could... No. I was gonna say, like, can we use that to redefine the rock in any way? But no, we really would need the word rock. So this rock really is just a collision blocker, it looks like. Where's the place that we need a pull collision blocker? I mean, it's gotta be for interacting with the skulls, right? Gotta be. If Baba was float while we were pulling, that would not help, because then the Baba would get stuck behind the rock anyway. Alright, being float doesn't let you move over a thing. What's the way we're going to do this? Being float doesn't let you move over a thing that is pull. No, it does not. I'm pressing down right now. Yeah, man, then what are you supposed to do with this rock? I don't know. Let's put this on the back burner. We do have another level to look at. Let's check out power generator. I feel like we're not far off on that one though. Like, we understand most of the pieces. Oh no, bolts. Empty is empty. Baba near empty is sink. But that would be bad because I'm on a space with a tile, right? So the tile would immediately kill me. Yeah, we would self-annihilate. Interesting. Yeah, what happens if empty is move? That seems like it would be devastating to the fabric of reality. I love that this is a puzzle game that lets you ask questions like, what would be devastating to the fabric of reality? Empty cannot be move. Right, it says empty is not move right there. Okay, so... Bolt is defeat, Baba is you, and nothing right now. In theory, it could be win. And we get some robots that don't do anything. Robots are not interactable. How do you interact with this puzzle? Baba is move and Baba is push are both going to be a... Well, Baba's push is not going to do anything, right? And Baba is move is going to be a real bad time because we're going to be near empty in extremely short order. Baba is move is not going to have any, like, action or interaction that I'm not foreseeing with the tiles, is it? No, because, like, the tiles are not push. I am push. Empty as push is a real bad time. I don't actually see the first step here. I don't see any step. Alright, let's actually do Baba's move. I don't think it could possibly have any value, but When you're in the place where it looks like everything you could do has no value, that means you have misunderstood something. This is just going to make me, double move every time I move, which again is going to be an issue really soon. So... And then I guess it would be like, is there something I don't understand about empty is push? It wouldn't stop me from moving around, because we're not on empty spaces here. But it's also not actually going to do anything. So empty is move can't happen. Empty is push doesn't do anything. Baba is push doesn't do anything. And Baba is move does something but nothing beneficial. And that's it, right? That's all we can do. So, that seems like all we can do. So what's the big thing I'm missing? What's the big obvious thing that I'm missing? Is there a way to disable Baba near empty is sink? Because obviously if there was, that would be cool. Let me play with something a little bit here. Oh, actually, no, double moving is useful, right? Because it lets me do, like, this. The problem is not that I can't go near the empty, it's that I can't go near the empty while I'm in the same space as any other thing. Problem solved. Then, you want to maybe do one of these, and then one of these, and then stop it, and then stop that noise. Empty as sink is not a big deal. Empty as sink necessarily doesn't do anything, right? Because it could never be the case. Sink only happens when two objects are in the same space, and it is never the case that two objects in the same space are also in the space of empty. So that's not accomplishing anything, but also there's no reason not to break it. And then... So now we have some rules, or some words that we can play with. So, let's talk about finishing the level. Obviously, what we need to do here is shove the word win over there. So how are we going to do that? We can't get more objects or more words down in here because of the way this is constructed. Hold on, how does empty as push actually work? Like, if we do empty as push, let's say right here, I'm going to be able to move, back down. I won't be able to move left or right, but if I was, let's say we do this in a slightly different way. If we complete this from this side, I should be able to move down, right? Because I can push the empty into the space that's not empty. Does that help? And then, like, we can move here. Like, these robots don't actually do nothing. They make a space that is not empty in case we needed such a thing. And then if I were here and I pressed up, it would break empty as push? No, I just can't move. Oh, yeah, that's fair, because there are 5 objects that are push in a row up to the edge of the stage. So actually, the robots in the cog might actually be part of the puzzle. In case we need to do some empty as push shenanigans over here, they give us ways of breaking empty as push once it's been made, because we can move in their rows and columns. If we made empty as push while we were in here, like standing right here, I'd be able to push that way, and it would shove the word win over to here. While win is on here, would moving again push it again? I guess so, right? Because there's, like, theoretically an object that is empty that pushes this way and would then shove the wind. But no, it wouldn't, because the this space would also be push at that time. So that doesn't actually help. That doesn't let us do anything that we couldn't already do. What would happen if I was empty and... if empty was push and Baba was move? Because it might allow me to... with the wind here, me pressing move twice, would that allow the wind to be pushed twice? I guess, like, there's some mystery for me on how the rules timing would actually work there. Let me just experiment. Let's just go down there and try some stuff, huh? Let's do some weird things. What is even the point of playing Baba Is You if you're not here to do some real weird stuff? So, like, we'd want to go... we want to put the word empty right... no, here. Because we're going to double move, right? And we do Baba is move. My guess is that what's going to happen is that the word win won't move. Or it'll move once. So hold on, I gotta make sure I count this out. So, 1, 2, 3. This is fine. This is fine. If we complete Baba Is move by doing this, I think this works. No, I'm a bad. We need to go 1 row down or 1 row up. I counted from the wrong space, is what happened there. Okay, so we should be able to move left because lightning bolts. Ah, right, the double move is bad in that circumstance. That is interesting, though. That shows us something. The empty object, which is not an object, right, but like this thing is push. Hold on, I gotta test something else. Realizing maybe my testing was incomplete. So if we go empty is... so I want this to be here. If we go empty is push... what I want to test is moving... so this is actually a bad spot to do this. What I want to do is test moving stuff through... no, that's not what I want. Moving stuff through empty objects and then... sorry, through non-empty objects and then through another thing on the other side. So I'm going to put a word on the other side of this cog and we're going to see what happens here. Actually, no, let's put the word on the cog. This will be a valuable piece of information. I'm just not allowed to push, which makes sense, because every space here has an object that is push in it. Now here, I would expect that the is just going to get shoved over. Okay, no big surprise there. What happens here? This is the real question. And I did not do this in a way that makes it easy to reset the test. There we go. Okay, no. The empty object disappears. Let's try it with Baba being moved though, because this way we'll know if that solution would work down there. So let's use a different word, and we want to do the word being on this side of the gear. That has to be there. Sorry if this is a little... what feels like a lot of dumb work for not maybe a lot of gain. Okay, hold on. This whole thing is... counting spaces for double movement is a little awkward. Okay. Right, this whole thing also needs to be over one space. Why did I do that this way? That was a bad way to do that. Okay. Push. It did only do one push. It's interesting that it turns the Baba around. Why does it do that? Oh, because move, right. I execute one push, and then it's no longer possible to push forward, and so the move turns Baba around. Because that's what happens when you hit a wall with the move command. So then we know that the win block, we know the thing we were trying to do down here would not work. That would not allow us to push the word win all the way over to where it will cause us to win the level, which is a real shame. Well, it's kind of good news, because it means I don't have to go through the pain of actually positioning myself to double move through that whole solution. Which it looked like it was impossible anyway, right? Because this part would not be... The move up from here is undoable. If we do... Baba is... Let's see. I really don't know how we would do this. Because, like, you need... If you can't use the empty as push thing to shove the word win into the corner, then you have to have another word down here to sort of use as a ram. Or you need to access the word win in some other way. We do have a Baba is. If we just figure out a way to get that out of there, that would work just as well. Baba near empty is sink is bad. Empty is move is contradicted. Empty is sink necessarily does nothing. And empty is push. Like, it's interesting for sure that the way this area is set up, you can move through it while empty is push, but it's not useful. It doesn't seem. It seems like it is not useful. So, This might be a one puzzle episode, just so everybody's aware. Where are we at? 42 minutes? I'm gonna look at this for a little bit longer, and then we'll maybe we'll go back to old puzzles for like 10 or 15 minutes just to start thinking about those again as well. Start getting those rotating in the old brain. So we got a week ahead of us here of probably very difficult, very slow progress. Alright, they give us this near probably for a reason. What is that reason? How do we make use of that? Bolt is not word, so the only noun we have access to is Baba. We can only do Baba near empty is thing. And it really doesn't feel like that's going to be useful. Baba near empty is sink doesn't do anything. Baba near empty is push doesn't do anything. Baba near empty is move. Baba near empty is move is just Baba is move. Because every tile is near empty, except for the spaces inside of the tile group over here. It turns out empty is pretty much everywhere. So there's a lot of empty in the world. Yeah, okay. I said we were going to look at this for a little while longer, but let's actually look at Extra 2 for a little while longer instead. I think I'm more likely to get some value out of that. Because we at least have a sense of what we're supposed to do here. We don't understand the piece, the piece of the puzzle that the rock plays. Is that a way you describe puzzle parts in English? We don't describe we don't have the purpose of the rock. If we can figure that out, we've probably got this. So we could use the rock as a stopper in a bunch of different interesting places. But really, the core issue, some might say the only issue, is those skulls up there, is being able to move right while Baba is float. Is there a way... So we've already concluded that it doesn't seem like you can do... Okay. I was gonna say it's not safe to put is word or is X over here to work as blockers. But actually, that's not true, is it? I was thinking, like, we tried Baba is you over there, which obviously causes a problem because it makes it so there's no way to do Baba is word. But if we do the word Baba is float and the word Baba is you here, is float and is word here, and we have it is striking me now that if we had the rock there, like if we had an object Baba move into this place while pulling the rock behind it and there were words right there, that Baba would be locked in place, which would be pretty handy. But what I was about to say is word Baba is word here, and then you just have to construct a way of keeping object Baba is you in position somewhere forever. You have to be able to move at the very least, after doing this, right and then up and then left and then up. Right and then up and then left and then up. So what we would need is... That's not so hard to build. So we can put the rock somewhere to function as a blocker. And we, in theory, don't need to be able to move... This is going to be No, this isn't going to be doable, right? This is going to be a total nightmare. How would I do this? How am I proposing this would be done? Let's talk about this for a second. Let's actually sort this. It would have to be like... I'm thinking about the logistics of this idea I've just had, and it seems like the actual worst nightmare. So you would do is word here. Don't collapse your Babas. And then no, you would have to make Baba is word right now. Yeah. Okay, so you would be like I'm gonna try to build this. We'll see if this seems doable at all. It'd be like this, right? That doesn't make you lose track of your everything. And if we did that, and then we had a Baba drag the rock over to the right and plug, so it is object Baba is float and object Baba is word, and then a rock that is pull, which then cannot be moved. I think that's actually it. Which means that this is almost an actual idea that I've assembled here. Okay, so we would want to do... Oh, how do we manage this? Because the hardest part of this is going to be... It's going to be maybe very easy? So we just need the rock to be like in position already, so that when you... I might be doing this backwards. It's Baba is word, but Baba is you probably has to be above it, and you have to do this by pushing down, which is absolutely doable. Alright, rock, come with me. Just kind of get out of the way for a second. I've screwed this up, though. Hold on, I gotta desync my Babas for a moment. Okay. So you actually want... You want Baba is you, one tile... Yep, that's not right. Here. Baba is word there. The rock right here. Oh, break off of that. No, wait. The is you... I've got these backwards. This is supposed to be is word, and this is supposed to be Baba is you. And we have to end up with... you is object Baba. Sorry, I don't know why this is difficult for me right now. So this part has to be in this row. It's like this, right? And then you press right, and the Baba will pull the rock with him and become float. And then all I have to do is not press left right now. And of course, obviously, it would be disastrous if we were ever to break Baba his word. Okay. Think we're good? I think. Then we gotta do a Baba is hot. And that has to be able to be true while I've pressed, right after I've pressed up, which is a problem. So the core issue with this... okay, hold on. We can walk Baba is word down, because we have two bodies, right? So if I collapse these guys just enough... yeah, we can walk this down, and then we can just make it so that we are not reliant on either of our bodies for quality purposes. We can just have the word Baba is word and the word Baba is hot. Baba is Baba. Did you know? So this needs to be over one? Yeah. This totally works. This totally works. What a fun video game. And they even put a little rock here to signify to you that this is a thing you can do. Bam, look at that. Baba's all the things Baba needs to be. And now we just need one of our bodies to come through here, and this is gonna work, right? Right? Oh, be careful. Let's just space out these bodies a little. Okay, cool. That's a fun puzzle. 170. Criminy. Alright. We'll come back to this. Now that it's really easy to get in here, I have no concern. We'll come back. Let's go back out to the toppest map. The most toppest world map. Actually, changed my mind. We're going to go out to the most toppest map anyway. But hold on. I want to see if it is actually possible to turn the cursor on meta into a puzzle. I'm curious if there's a puzzle in there. It feels a little bit like the kind of garbage they would pull. Okay, so how would you do that? If we could go cursor is level... No, we can't, right? Because we can't use either of these words. And was this the only one of the levels here that we could do level as text on? You know what? I'm not going to make you guys sit through watching me try to figure that out. I will have an examination of these and see if any other one could be turned into the word level. This one could be turned into a bunch of stuff, right? In theory, I mean, the word text is there. Alright, I'll worry about it later. If we could turn that into text, it wouldn't even necessarily solve the problem, because then you still need to be able to open this. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I'll play with it. I'll play with it off camera. Let's go try to solve another puzzle or two. Let's be honest. Puzzle singular. Puzzle singular. I do love the flowers. I'm so happy to have another big dancing flower. So where are we at? We did 5. We looked at 6. What's 7 is over here? 7's Flower Garden. Did we look at Flower Garden again? I don't think so. Maritime Adventures. Garden 5. Okay. The lava's not defeat, but in order for the door to be shut, the lava must become defeat. So, door has flag, flag is win. Hand is open, and hand is the only object that can be open. So, what we need to do is make door is shut, then, like, hand is you, walk the hand into here and face it upward, and then Oh, well, I was about to say, and then make it no longer you, and make it move instead, so that it just walks into the door, and they mutually annihilate. But actually, it would be fine for hand as you, and just walk in there and smash on the door, as long as there is also something else that is you. But that hand is move and not you thing is totally how we're going to do this part, isn't it? Right, we make the hand you, we walk it over here. It's fine for the hand to be here while it's us at this point, because lava's not defeat yet. And then we make hand is not you and hand is move, so it walks down here. When it gets to here, break hand is move, then make hand is you again, move left once, break hand is you, make hand is move, that gets it out here. Maybe? And like in theory you could do that all the way throughout the puzzle? Things are going to get a little bit more complicated though once the lava is defeat, because we're going to have a really hard time moving words around. We have a pretty limited amount of space, and Baba needs to be over here when the door opens. Okay, we also have these wall tiles and the word on. Hand, you probably don't... You don't need to be doing that. Hang out for a second, would you? What is the purpose of these wall tiles? And why do we need the word on? Actually, I am a little curious about something. If we... I bet it's not this simple. But if I do that, the lava's still in that space, right? It's not like safe for me to walk on because you can't see the lava. Let's find out. Let's mess with this a little bit. So we would need... How would we test that? I mean, we just need to get the hand over here. We can make hand as push. We can do a lot of this way. This is just an easier way for me mentally to rearrange objects. Okay. So now... I suppose the hand is you would also have been fine, but again, you know how I am with the multiple bodies. Alright, let's do this. And then... I have to break hand as you while moving vertically, because the hand has to be facing up when we finish this. Hold on, let me see something. If I press left here, okay, the hand does turn before hand as you is broken. So... that would not be... I mean, it's doable. I guess, actually, this is fine. So we'll do... No, I need to do it before this, sorry. I think I need the hand back over here to help me with that. So we'll make this. And that way we can make a version of hand as you that is breakable vertically. What is going to be the right way of doing that? I guess... this? Okay, there we go. Then we get the Baba over here. Then we... okay. That's a little bit of a problem. Okay. Now we do hand as move. The wall's not push. Alright. Yes, the lava is still there. I am not safe from the lava just because there is a different object on top of it. I kind of figured, but... it was worth testing. Alright, so we're set up to be able to try the hand is move, hand is you, hand is move thing, but I'm not confident that I can actually make it to the end of the level this way, because we have this like weird, we're gonna have a real hard time moving our body around with the number of blocks we have over here, and also we have all of this wall that I don't know what it's for. It feels like it must be for something. We also have the word on. How are we to use this on? The construction X is Y on Z doesn't work, does it? Like if we do, say... let me try this. Baba is U on wall. I don't think we've ever seen a rule constructed like this. No, okay. Yeah, it's X on Z is Y. Because I was going to say, if we could do this, then we could just... oh, no, never mind. It wouldn't work. But I was going to say, we just move some words over here and have, like, lava is defeat on wall. And then all we have to do is never do the thing we've done there, and it would be trivial to complete the level. Okay, so what is the purpose of this on? How is this helping us? We could do, like, hand on wall is move, and we could, in fact, use the wall as a bridge. No, that doesn't do... What am I talking about? That doesn't do anything. Well, I guess what that does is make it so that the hand doesn't move more than it absolutely has to. But I don't think that accomplishes anything for us, because we could always make the hand only move where we wanted to by just breaking the hand is move rule. But we got all these wall tiles, and we got this on, and it really feels like I probably ought to make some kind of use of them. I just don't know what. Alright, let's try to think it through. So let's say we can do it. Hand is move, it walks over to here, break move, make U, move there, break U, make move, walk it over to here. The trick is we have to be doing a lot of this while Baba is in this area, because I have to be able to get to the flag after it exists. Is it possible to do this in just the amount of space we have over here? Because you gotta remember, this is 3 tiles wide, right? Yeah. I suppose we could do, like... We can't set them up vertically, because we won't have room to push things back and forth. And we can't set them up horizontally, because while we could then have room to push things back and forth, doing so would require us to walk around the phrases, which requires you to have a 4th safe column. So... what can we do with this on? It's always got to be on, right? It's always on problems. Baba on wall is move, wall on hand is push. I suppose maybe there's a way to construct a thing such that we did that that one level where we had a Baba transported, or no, it was 3 Babas that were move, and we made Kiki not U and instead push temporarily, and had the Kiki had the Babas transport the Kiki across a death area to the other side where the flag was. Maybe we could set up a similar thing here. There's no kind of redefinition thing we could do that would be cool, right? So wall is wall. I mean, we could do Baba is wall and wall is... No, wall is not you. Explicitly, wall is not you. So hand and Baba can be you, and wall can never be redefined to either of those 2 things. We could make Baba is hand or hand is Baba, but it seems like either of those would be a real bad idea. Hand is Baba leaves us with nothing that is open, and Baba is hand means that we always have to be either both or neither of the objects, which I think is not helpful. Okay, I don't know that I have that one figured out yet. What's this? Secret garden? Boy, I don't remember this at all. This is a more difficult version of the level it grew off of? It sure is. I don't have any memory of this level, which I guess means I must not have found it terribly difficult, so let's see if that's true of this one as well. And we probably don't have time to do much more here, but let's take a look. Okay, so Baba is you. Belt is shift, no big surprise there. Skull on Kiki and Rock is weak. So... I mean, if you made rock not text, or rock not push, it's easy enough to put some text over the rock now and do like rock on text is Kiki. Oh no, sorry, you need both the rock and the Kiki. So you need text on rock is Kiki. And it could be the word Kiki. You probably don't need that word anymore after that point. But that doesn't solve all your problems, because then you still have like some push puzzle stuff to do. You still have a little bit of Sokoban to live with. But that sure does kill the skull. And then here's a problem. The Kiki is not push. Is that a problem? Is that a thing I care about? Is rock on text? Oh no, okay. You can't do rock on text as push. I was gonna say that seems like a solution, but there's not enough space to do that. So you could do rock on. Yeah, positioning of the push is a real problem, huh? You can't do anything on anything as push. It's like, obviously you push some stuff through the belt and then you get stuck, or you push the number of things you actually need to be pushed through the belt, and then that causes other problems. There's no way for us to move the word push itself, but you do need to be able to push some object because you gotta sink one of the water spaces. This is where it might have been useful to have recently done the previous puzzle. So we can shove that through. Well, I mean, I guess we could make rock not push, and then we could push some text on top of it. Oh, but the text is not push. So... Or the text is float. So the text doesn't get moved by the belt, and then when you push it through, you have the same problem, where you get stuck on the other side of the belt. Okay. What if we sacrificed a different word, though? It kind of doesn't seem like we need both the ises. And if we had both Kiki and... If we had both Kiki and Rock, I think we might actually be able to do something. So let's do Rock as push. Then grab this. Wait, I've screwed this up a little bit. Sorry, the Kiki has to go at the end. Okay. Oh, no, don't rock as Kiki. Do this, then do that, then do that. Okay. Now, we can do like Kiki is push. Move the Kiki through. Then do rock as push. Move the rock through. Okay, now we have two objects stacked. And now we just do Kiki is text or rock is text, and that's a solution, right? I think. And it doesn't actually matter which is which. Right, we do this, and then we have to make Kiki's push again. Right, this seems like a win. Yeah. Hey, yeah, we did it. Check it out. Maybe I actually have gotten a little better at the game after all these 100-and-something puzzles that I've done. And thank God for that, right? We'll take a quick look at the other two. I'll get these recirculated in my brain and in yours. And then we'll come back and we'll try to nail this out real fast at the beginning of next episode, maybe? So here we got rock on pillars, push. What am I? I'm the moon. Water is sink, text is float. So we gotta jam... This is 3 spaces of water. 1, 2, 3. So we gotta jam 3 things through that. And obviously, we have an issue where we have 3 objects that are not float, but one of them must be us. Hey, yeah, how do you resolve that issue? The water's not float. The text is float. The other objects are not float. Nothing. We cannot change the floatness of anything. So it would seem that you just need 3 objects. Or, yeah. Yeah, it looks like you just need 3 objects. Unless you... Moon is you. We cannot make anything moon. I was thinking, if you could somehow clear the space above here, you would only, in theory, need to clear 1 space there to make, like, rock on water is sink, make the water safe to cross. But actually, in order to do that, you would have to clear the bottom 3 spaces, because you'd have to clear 1 space for the word to be pushed into, 1 space for the word to be pushed from, and 1 space for you to do the pushing. Unless we somehow were able to take control of the words, right? So that doesn't quite work. It feels like a clever solution, but it doesn't quite work. Pillar is pillar, hedge and pillar is stop. So what is the point of... We could do rock on pillar... Sorry, pillar on rock. More likely. But to what end? For what? For what, though? For to do what with it, though? It does feel like there's supposed to be some trickery involved here. Pillar is pillar, but rock is not rock. So what's the value of giving me 2 different objects at all? If one of them has a trait... Okay, I guess you can never turn a pillar into rock, so it's not like you can swap them back and forth at will. If you did rock as pillar, it would be permanent. He doesn't immediately see it. What a sad time. And here, oh, I remember this, hand make belt. I remember looking at this. Okay, well, I don't think we're going to make this one happen right this second. It seems unlikely. I mean, it's obvious enough that what you have to do is push defeat left and then win up, but you got to figure out some goofy way of hands making belts to form a path to force the object to... Sounds like a real nightmare. Well, hey, we did some cool stuff today. We made it to what might be the last set of extra puzzles. The last set sort of like in the order that the game intends you to be able to access them. Not necessarily the last set that we will complete, because I'm still having some real conceptual issues with some of these earlier worlds. But the point I'm making is productive. It was a productive episode, even if not a very large number of puzzles got solved, and I still feel good about it. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time, tomorrow. By which I mean Tuesday. We'll see how my sleep schedule's a little wacky right now. Soon, though, sometime in the next day, one hopes. for more Baba Is You, and we'll see you then.